Hello everyone, welcome back to the Brown Pants Society. Today I'll be playing another spooky indie game. This one's called Harvest Hunt. I don't know anything about it, but I'm really hopeful this will be a fun experience for the channel. What's going on here?
I'll take it from here. Well, hello there. DarkestLevity here. Welcome to the Brown Pants Society. Today, we'll be checking out Harvest Hunt. Harvest Hunt is a single-player horror game. I'm hoping that it will be good enough for us to play through entirely. We'll see. I know nothing about this game. We moved to Luna Nova to escape the plague, only to be cursed and hunted by the vicious devourer. I wish I understood whether we brought this upon ourselves or if this fate was always waiting for us. Each moon a new warden is chosen to protect Luna Nova. The whispers grow stronger and stronger. I shall be the one to don the mask tonight. Through what strength and wits I have, and with the whisperer's guidance, I will avoid the clutches of the devourer and feast on ambrosia. This is it. First person account from Luna Nova. There's so many terms I don't understand though. A curse, a devourer, a mask, ambrosia, and whispers. I hear whispers too. I don't know how much longer I can resist their call. I have to keep digging. If they found a way to overcome this curse, maybe I can as well. Oh, so I'm cursed. Great. Antonia was chosen. Ooh. Welcome to your village, Luna Nova. Luna Nova is the heart of your journey. You'll be returning here after every encounter with the monster, the Devourer. One villager is chosen to be the warden each harvest season, protecting and providing for others. You must survive 5 key nights in order to complete each harvest season. Each night grants different rewards, such as new abilities, tools, or lore entries. Some of these rewards will always be received, while others have requirements before being awarded. Okay. To survive, you must collect enough ambrosia, a key resource for Luna Nova. Alright, what am I getting myself into here? Ooh, looks like I have to put on this mask. What's going on here? Nothing like a spooky cornfield at night. Collecting ambrosia keeps Luna Nova alive. You need a specific amount of ambrosia per harvest season in order to succeed. Ambrosia is scattered around the farmlands collected before the devourer can contaminate it. And when I run it, kind of like... What's that effect called? Parallaxing? Give me this. Well, how do I turn off the lantern light? Oh, there we go. Oh, you guys hear that? I heard that. Is that a wolf? Bloody water. Nice. What is this? Weird. Oh. I see it. It's weird. I have to keep my flashlight on every once in a while or my vision gets all dark and spooky. Oh, I see. I have to go over to that light. I can do that. You know what? That was super easy. Vigor Elixir, used to slowly restore vigor over the course of 3 minutes. I guess that's health. Survive the night to unlock strength, fortification, or tool. Survive the night to equip village fortification. Listen to whispers. Okay. Ah, whispers are our roguelike upgrades. Positivity affects Luna Nova or your warden. Negatively affects Luna Nova or your warden. Devourer's current mutation, unlike the other whispers, this does not change every night, but is tied to the harvest season. So right now, he trails a toxic gas which damages you. Great. Failure to banish the Devourer this night will lead to the loss of 80 ammo. Oh, no. And then Pilgrim Badge. The Devourer's attacks deal half damage. That's nice. Okay. Tools are crucial items that help you survive the night. They're not just defensive items, some can provide information or protect you against dangers. Use the different tools according to your playstyle. Once you acquire tools, they will appear at specific landmarks around the farm. So it looks like there's a church, a tree, and a windmill. You'll need to go to these locations yourself and pick up your tools. Select a landmark to see which tools are available to acquire. Alright, well, let's at the windmill. You must spend your vigor to acquire tools, and you will start each night with only the vigor you have not spent. Chill mood. Tools cost nothing. Good, because I'm still learning. Throw to damage the Devourer. Oh, you can damage the Devourer. Nice. Place to create a vein that points towards the Devourer. Ringing its bell will lure the Devourer toward it. Huh. So know where the enemy is, or hurt. I mean, come on. Gotta hurt the enemy. Blood flask fills up with the Devourer's blood. When in close proximity, throw the filled flask to cause damage. Okay. Okay. Guess there's no reason not to select it all. Or maybe there will be and I just haven't learned yet. I wonder how many people have worn this mask. Always smells like sweaty gym inside. Okay. Acquire an offensive tool from a landmark. Quick pitchfork is always available from the farmlands. Okay. Okay, landmark. There's the tree. Let's go to the tree. Where's this tool that I... Oh, ambrosia. Give me that. So there's a lean mechanic in the game. But there's not much to lean around. At least not that I've found so far. Blood flask. Okay. Let's go to that windmill. Oh, see the green toxic gas? That's gotta be the bad guy, right? That is a pretty terrifying sound. Oh shit! I had my lantern off for too long. Dang. Okay, fine. That would have been good to know earlier. Give me that health. I don't get it. We're at the... We passed the windmill. What is that? Weird. Is it in here? Okay. We've got ourselves the axe now. Very nice. Now let's go find more ambrosia. Kind of a unique art style in this game. I don't know what to call it. Excuse me. What is this? I have to damage the devourer with my tool. Hehe. Have to find that fucker first. This way? Where the hell is he? Oh, there he is. I don't like this wiggle mechanic. I don't like it at all. Why didn't I hurt him with my tool? Wait, I lost my axe. What the hell? Where else was there an axe? The church? What do you guys think the church is? Right here? Yeah, clearly. Hear that vigor. Hear that breathing? That flashlight being off brings them to thing is both annoying and clever. Okay, we're at the church. Where's the damn stuff? I sent something here, but I can't remember what. Contaminated by the devourer. Oh, he contaminated my ambrosia. The son of a bitch. Contaminated all this stuff. There's no jump, by the way. Sometimes I can't even seem to run. Where is he? Yeah, let's lure him with this bell. Assemble the effigy using a fragment. Find the effigy fragment with your warden sight tab. Damage your power causes to drop a fragment. Find this fragment easily using your warden sight. That's great. I gotta run. Oh no! I don't like this wiggle mechanic. Okay, I've got the fragment. What do I do with it? Manually pick up and bring the torn fragment with you, or you can summon it directly at the effigy. Okay, find the effigy using your wardens. Oh, got it. Okay, there's the effigy. Was it not the effigy? Or these exits? Maybe that's the effigy. This is it. What do I do? I don't understand. Oh, I dropped it. What, here? Alright, this is super confusing. You know what? I just don't care. Okay, so normally I like to at least finish a game before I review it, but in this case I felt the need to pause here and just reflect on what we've experienced so far to make sure that we want to even continue putting our time into this game. So I'll talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, and then maybe I'll decide whether or not to play it again. So first of all, the story. This is a pro. I think that the story is pretty interesting. I like the way that they build this world where, there's a last bastion of humanity that has to survive from this evil creature, but in order to do so, they have to essentially sacrifice people to this ritual. And you're one of the sacrifices and have to try to survive to help the village out. And it's interesting that they take this concept of a sacrifice and wrap it around this heroic idea of a warden or a protector, and that's who you play. So, props to them, good ideas. Okay, now let's talk about some of the not so good. The idea that all you have to do is run around and pick up this ambrosia that's scattered around the village. Well, quite frankly, it's boring. I think that, objectives that varied a little more or were a little bit more challenging rather than just hide from this thing and find these scattered plants. It's just not innovative, not new, it's not fresh. And I found myself not really caring about that objective, even though it was like the way to get out. And after having completed the first mission without ever once running into the Devourer, I found myself pleasantly surprised with this idea that between scenes there is a progression system where you're unlocking these cards that then affect gameplay and provide you more options moving forward. That was kind of nice, and I liked seeing that in games, especially games of this type that are designed to be replayed. And you'll see that the idea of not just unlocking cards, but then those cards would randomly appear into this kind of tarot-style modifier system. It's kind of nice. I like it. There's not a lot of choice involved in this portion, which I found out, after sitting there and looking at the screen for way too long. But at least it does provide some, variability and replayability. And then also being able to basically unlock tools and then use those tools in each run. That makes a lot of sense. It's a lot of fun. The idea that you have to go get the tools that you select at the beginning of each night, that's new, that's fresh. I like that. They're not just, you don't just start with them. You have to run and collect them from the appropriate locations. It does make it so that in order to get the tools that you're putting into the system, you are having to do it while avoiding the big bad. So I think that's a nice twist on the idea of, selecting equipment ahead of a match. And now let's talk about the elephant in the room. The bad guy, the enemy, the Devourer. Is this supposed to be scary? I mean, yeah, sure, the sounds are creepy. And, the jump scare potential is there, but look at this thing. It's a face mask on a weird mouth. It's not terrifying. And, something about this. The art style of the game is gorgeous. I love it. Except here, there's so much going on effect-wise and lighting-wise and post-processing-wise that I can't even tell what the enemy is. So that unfortunately took away some of the scare factor. But the thing that's most annoying about this guy is that in order to escape the encounter with this Devourer, you have to wiggle free. And we've played games with lots of wiggling in it, like Dead by Daylight and all that. However, the wiggle mechanic in this game is to alternate clicking the left and right mouse button, which for me is just annoying. I'd rather be using my A and D or, having some other type of skill test, but this, or just clicking the one button. That's fine too. Maybe the space bar. But having to alternate clicking left and right mouse button is just not natural. And in fact, it's, you're hearing that clicking of the mouse the whole time. And again, it kind of brings you out of the experience. So didn't care for that. Oh, and one more point about that. When you right click, you drop what you're carrying, the tool that you're carrying. So when you wiggle, you drop the tool you're carrying. I didn't realize that right away, and I left the spot where I got captured at and couldn't find the axe that I was holding pre-capture. So I ended up having to walk around until I found a different tool. So speaking of different tools, when you walk around and you try to find the tools that you selected for your run, and you go to these locations, the windmill, the church, and I can't remember what the other one was. They're kind of just lying around, but they're not highlighted at all. So again, with this stylized approach to the look and feel of the game, it's really hard to see those things that you're supposed to pick up. The exception being the pitchfork, which shimmered and glowed and made it really obvious to me where it was. And it happens to also be the weakest tool in the game. This tool is interesting because you can use it to break off pieces of the Devourer, which apparently is another type of objective. You can use it 3 times. You can poke him 3 times basically before you lose it. But what's weird about it is that the range is just really long. It reminds me of when we were playing Rip Out, and you could hit somebody with a katana from 10 meters away. So I think that there's maybe a little bit of generosity here to the range on that pitchfork. And it might be due to the fact that the range for the enemy to grab you is really hard to gauge. So maybe that's why there's some grace there. And now we get to the part that made me rage quit this game, which I don't usually do. But in this scenario, I spent my pitchfork, all 3 attacks, to knock off a piece of this Devourer that you can see I'm carrying around here. And I'm instructed to take this piece and this fragment of the Devourer and take it to the effigy, which I can find by using my hunter vision or whatever. And that vision brought me clearly to this location, which was the only thing that was lit up in a different color from the exits. And when I brought the fragment to this location, I spent a good, 30 seconds to a minute looking around this thing, trying to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do. No additional tutorials here, no clear indicator of where to put this fragment or how to interact with this basically this tree. So I gave up and said, fuck it. And that's not something I usually do, but I think in this scenario of trying to review a game for whether or not it's something that this channel should feature for a full playthrough, I felt like I would run into potentially other experiences like this, and it would just make for a broken experience for you all. So with that, I think we will not play this game on the channel. I think it's probably worth playing on your own if you're just sitting there and have the time to explore it and figure things out. But if you're doing it for the purpose of entertaining others, I think there's just something missing from this game that doesn't really lend itself to content creation. So again, beautiful game, cool idea. I think there could have been more creativity put into the objectives and the gameplay itself. But, check it out if this is, interesting to you, if you like the look of it, if you think it could, be an experience that might get your adrenaline pumping. For me, there's just too much breaking of immersion. And with that, thanks for watching BPS, and we hope you tune in next time.